Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Champagne Lloyd, and welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, y'all. As always, you know your girl's hoping you have a fantabulous morning, but if you're not, hey, y'all know how we do. We flip the script because we understand that, nope, we can't control every situation, circumstances, person, place, thing, who mama, daddy, them is, who that boo thing, wifey, husband, them kids are, what school we gotta go to, what gig we gotta go raw, who gonna be at that said gig, and what attitude they gonna have once we bust through the door, but we know it don't even matter because every day, all day, 365, 24/7, 60 seconds to every minute, you, sir and ma'am, control your reactions, responses, and attitude wherever you rocking today. Time out for letting everybody kill our vibe or steal our joy because what? Our actions speak louder than anybody's shade, anybody's hateration could ever on every day of the week in every circumstance. Well, today I want to talk about being courageous. Don't shut up. I know people like, I ain't even trying to hear that, but please listen to me. Okay, Maya Angelou once said that courage is the most important virtue because without courage, at any given time, kindness, prudence, temperance, justice, love, hope, faith, all those are going to be tested. They're going to be tested and they're going to be difficult. And you're going to be scared. And there's going to be a cost that you have to pay to function in these virtues. You're going to have to stand alone sometimes in the face of wrong to stand up for the virtue of being right. And you're going to have to have courage to do that. The definition of courage is the ability to do something that frightens you, or it's the strength in the face of pain or grief. That is what being courageous is. And I know in the times that we live in now, y'all, we've got to be courageous. It's easy to do the wrong thing, y'all. It's easy to do the easy thing. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to wild out when somebody attacks us or somebody lies on us or somebody, does something wrong to us. It's easy to react and jump back. It takes courage to stand and say, you know what? I'm going to go high even though they've gone low. Love Michelle Obama when she said that. But anyway, you're going to have courage to stand. Y'all, men, listen to me, fellas. It's easy to have hoes in different area codes. It's so easy to do that. But it takes a real man to commit to one woman to raise those kids, to focus on one family, even at the expense of maybe it don't work and maybe she'll do you wrong. It's easy to do the wrong thing. It's easy to cheat, fellas. Am I right about it? It's easy to go sleep with somebody else because your marriage, she's not fulfilling. She's not doing what you want her to do, or you're not happy at home. It's easy just to go hook up and get a side chick and then I'm good. It's harder to stay, work on the marriage, find out what's wrong and fix it. You feel me? Ladies, it's easy to let Tyrone come in our life and just do us any kind of way because we're scared to be alone or we're scared to demand the treatment that we deserve because they might leave or he might not think that I'm worthy of being treated with dignity and respect and following my boundaries. He might not dig me enough. So I don't have the courage when they start stepping over those boundaries or treating me bad to say, no, kick rocks. Because I don't want to be lonely. I don't have the courage to deal with a lonely season. You feel me? Parents, it's easy to let our kids do what they want to do, give them everything they want, or don't discipline them when we know they should because we want them to be happy. We want them to like us. It's easy to do that. It's hard to be the parent that demands excellence from your child. It's hard to be the parent that demands that, no, you can't watch this. You can't do that. You can't do what everybody else is doing. I'll be the bad guy in those instances. So I don't have the courage to stand up. I don't have the courage to go to that school and say, you're not teaching my child that. My child does not and will not participate in this because I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to be the angry black woman. So I don't have the courage to stand where what I know is right and what I want my kid to be raised as. You feel me? Employers, it's easy to look at the profit line and treat employees no matter what. It's all at the cost of the bottom line. It's easy to do that. It's harder to make a way that you can have a fair wage, good working environment, a nice culture to be in, to get the best of your employee. It's hard. It takes courage to do that. It takes courage to be right at a cost of loss, profit and loss. It takes courage to be like, I'm going to be the one at the cost of losing money to make working conditions for my employees, health benefits for my employees, to have a good working environment. You feel me? Do you see why courage is just like mucho grande important? If we don't have the courage, we won't have the ability to stand in the face of what it is we want to see when something comes against that. I hope I'm making myself clear. It takes us courage. It takes strength in the face of pain or grief. You know, it amazes me that in the Bible, it's debated, but 365 times, fear not, do not fear, be of good courage. I mean, if God himself is telling us that all through the Bible, we are told that we have to know, you have to develop a courage. And courage is just doing something in the face of fear. I'm scared, but you know what? The courage in me said, I'm going to do it anyway, regardless of what the outcome is. I'm going to be courageous and do this, that, or the other, whatever it is I'm trying to see. Courage is a virtue that we got to develop. We got to be able to speak truth in the face of lies, but it takes courage to do that. And Trump now, we have President Trump. It's going to take courage. It takes courage to recognize, yes, I don't care how he got there, but in the society we live in, it says that he won the presidency. Now he's our president. So it's going to take courage for me to stand on that in the face of everybody saying otherwise. I feel like when you do the right thing, even in the wrong situation, and it looks like we lost, we're going to win eventually. And in this, and I'm not going to get political with you, but I want to tell you this. Don't you dare just turn off from politics now, because that's our president. You better put yourself be at the table, because you're the one that's going to be the change you want to see. If we're not at the table, how are we going to make an impact at that table? We have got to get involved, y'all. We've got to get to the table wherever, however you can, whatever you need to do. Don't you shut down on America, because that's our president. It's the people that make America great. So the people need to be courageous and stand up and say, we're not going to allow anybody to make our values and our worth and our way of doing things and our standard of living go down. And I don't care who you are. You feel me? But you got to be courageous enough to at least go get in the fight. How you going to fight if you don't show up at the fight? You're not going to affect that. You could talk a good game, but we need to be at these tables. We need to start being courageous, y'all. Morals and standards and all of that is just gone, and we're just nobody saying nothing, because if my house is right, that's all that matters. No, some of us got to speak for others. You got to be the change you want to see, and it's going to take courage to stand, and that's in the church house, the outhouse, the whole house, the crack house, whatever house. You got to start standing on what you know is right, what you want to do, and do it at the cost of being laughed at, being judged, being left, being thrown aside, being talked about, being ridiculed. Courage. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King had. And it might be unto death, but if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Have the courage to stand for what you believe in. I love y'all. Want you to win. Praying for you. Be courageous, y'all. Start developing courageous, because that's how we're going to see the change. Peace.